Always.
Oh my
And
gosh.
there we are. Hello, world. I'm going to send this to everyone on the list while we wait. There we are. Okay. Hello. I see someone is here, but on my screen it just says Facebook user. So, hello. If you are open to us seeing your name, StreamYard is a little bit funky, and it asks for your permission to see your name. Otherwise, it's totally fine. I've got my phone. I can check in just a moment. Hi,
Says Josh
Josh.
is here. Hi,
It's
Josh.
Ginger. I knew it was you, Ginger. Hi. How are you? We're just going to share out really quickly. If you guys want to help us share out, that would be amazing. I apologize for the delay. We have been having tech issue upon tech issue, but we are here. So thank you for your patience and thank you so much to everyone who donated ahead of time. We're super excited. This is our first time live together in a public space. And it's been a while since we've been live in the Starseed Intuitive Awakening group at all lately. So I'm really excited to be here. Just going to share just a little bit, and I will be right back with all of you in a moment. But if you are here, please say hi. Hello. All right, let me get in the comments. Okay. Hello, Ginger. Hello, Lorraine. Hello, Josh. Hello, Helen. I'm checking everybody's names out on my phone here. So, Carmela, if you do have your phone with you and you want to just bring it up to the stream, that's really helpful. If not, it's
Yep,
totally fine.
I already saw. I already have.
Awesome.
I'm already there.
Awesome. All right. So, everyone, as I said, thank you so much for your patience. Thank you so much for donating ahead of time. We are here tonight. We are doing readings and clearings. We do have a sold out list tonight, but we will be using some light language and some energy healing. And I truly 100% believe that anything that you are drawn to holds a message for you as well. Okay, so if you're here, even if you're not on the list, there's going to be lots of extra love and codes and energy to go around for everyone in a place of allowance. And there may be a message that we share here that is meant for you as well. So please feel free to stick around, share, invite your friends. And for those of you that don't know me, my name is Tina of Cosmic Earth Child. It's been a while since we've been live in this group here. The group has grown, so thank you all so much for being here. I primarily work with energy weaving and soul language healing, encoding. I'm an intuitive reader and I'm also a spiritual mentor. And I'm here tonight with the incredible Carmela of Power of Rising Spirit. Carmela, do you want to maybe introduce yourself to everyone?
Sure, I've never really introduced myself publicly on here, which I'm sorry, I can't speak tongue tied
That's
today with everything else that's going on. So my name is Carmela Lamana, and I am the founder of Power of Rising Spirit. I'm mainly a healer, bringing the energy in through I'm a channel, I'm a conduit of healing energy coming from above. I work with Reiki, I work with hands on, I work with light codes and light language, I work with healing sound and a few other tools, mediumship and stuff like that. So that's mainly what I do. I'm also a mentor, spiritual mentor, which I was told I am a door opener for people, and I usually help people to connect with their spirit guides, or connect with other people who can um, enhance their ability. So thank
beautiful.
you. I'm
Beautiful.
I'm ecstatic to be here. I'm excited. I'm already feeling and doing a lot of clearing. As you can see, my face is already acting up. I can't hide it. I'm sorry. I showed
No,
my
it's
face.
okay. It's totally okay. It's totally okay. I'm doing the same thing. So, everyone, we definitely have some powerful clearing because, as Carmela and I, first we had tech issues getting on. So, every time that happens, there's a lot of energy being thrown around. We had a lot of guides coming in that we had to consciously push out just for us to get on the screen together.
Yeah.
And we both started draining. So, there's definitely going to be lots of clearing going around. For anyone that is not familiar, we are going to be working with soul language, light language, which is a quantum form of communication that is extremely powerful when connected with energy work, energy weaving, any kind of quantum work. So we're just going to sort of allow that all out. Our intention here tonight is that we are connecting to everyone on the list for their greatest and highest good. We're going to do some energy sensing. We have some cards with us, and bring through any messages that want to come through. And then we are going to do any clearing or anything that comes through from your higher self or your team of guides, basically wherever we are drawn. So it's sort of open, but it's going to be hopefully whatever everyone is needing, and it might be a little bit different for each person. So with that being said, I'm feeling pretty good. Are you feeling good to go, Carmela?
Yes, I'm ready to go. I'm
All right, awesome.
ready to,
So
like I said, I've been ready from this afternoon. I've been jittering already.
yeah. Yeah, I've had these energies coming at me all day too.
Mhm.
So the first one on our list is Ginger. Ginger, I did see you, but if you could just say hi again so I know you're here. And I'm going to write down timestamps for everyone that is on the list. That way, if you're not
Perfect.
here, you get booted, or if you want to come back, I will tag you in that so you can come back in the future.
Awesome, because I don't have their names, so that'll be.
Okay, the first one on our list is Ginger Moore.
Hi, Ginger. There she is.
Hi, Ginger.
That's a beautiful name, Ginger Moore. Mm.
Ginger's a beautiful, beautiful being. Your team's been coming at me all day, Ginger, and I had to keep pushing them out. Iayana hasarati iaya shakukua. Yandukua nasatai iaya shakuawa.
Okay.
Oh, it's okay, Ginger. I'm just excited. Okay, they're coming right in. So, Carmela, I think I'm going to, if you're okay with that, allow you to do your cards first. And I'm just going to start weaving with my hands because I've
Okay.
got a lot of codes, and I'll just be silent while you go through yours.
Yeah.
Does that feel okay?
Yeah. Go ahead. I feel um like we talked about before. My stomach feels like I have like an indigestion, so I'm not sure if it's nervousness from her side. But I do feel that this is connected to you. But there's a lot of energy coming in. So okay, the cards that I picked for you, Ginger, is Council of Light, Divine Orchestration, Helpers in the Southern Realm. So I'm not sure. Can you see it? Okay, this is a beautiful card. So to me, this is it's something that you have been working with, or they want to work with you some more. Like I feel that the energies of the galactic are coming in stronger for you nowadays, and they want to really like knocking on you and saying, "Hey, you're here. We're here. We want to get connected with you a little deeper. So please start practicing a little more." So there's also a lot of clearing that needs to take place of whatever it is that it could be a little bit of a fear that I'm feeling right now. That it's not. I'm feeling insecurity, so I'm not sure if that is what you're feeling. But I feel like I'm picking up insecurities that you are not quite sure if this is the way that you want to go, or you're searching for a different path. So Kone, Yeah, I feel like a strong connection to Egyptian. Kututai tuha tutuai na kana hiuta la hi sana la la hi na ko tata hi na has data tu no la hi tuwa. Um, hmm. I want to say Toth is coming more through than anything else and anybody else. Goto watato itaka tutuai tutuai. Are you connected more with the Egyptian? Do you know if you connected with the Egyptian? Just a confirmation that if you can. I want to clear. There's a lot of clearing that needs to be happening for you to open up the doors that are. I feel like the doors are a little cracked open, but like they're not completely open. So this clearing that Tina's doing and the codes that she's bringing in, it will allow you to grow and to really swing the doors open. Okay, really trust that intuition that you're getting, trust that inner knowing that you know. I feel that you have this inner knowing and you have this connection, but you're not utilizing it the way it needs to be utilized. I feel that there's a little bit of pushback, a little bit of fear, in the background. We all are afraid of something. We're all like, you know, the unknown is never easy, and never the unknown always brings a little bit of nervousness. Okay, so just allow the nervousness to be there, and it's okay because they keep you on your toes. You're showing me right now your third eye really, really wide open and really bright. There's like this bright star coming out from where your third eye is. Um, I feel a little bit of disconnection from like here to here. So hmm, I feel like the energy is kind of stuck. So I'm not sure if you're not speaking the truth, speaking your own truth of who you are. You've been holding back for that. So maybe that's why the energy is kind of stuck for me. Tina, do you have anything?
Of course. So, Ginger, I 100% agree with what Carmela was feeling. So I immediately came to the solar plexus, and I should have said this before I started, but I was like, you know what, on an energetic level, she's going to understand. That's okay. So I felt guided to just start
Ooh,
clearing. I did have that sort of like a knot feeling in the solar plexus, and it's coming up as acid and this fire. And then I was brought to the throat. And I was getting that feeling, like when you feel like you have a frog stuck in your throat, right? And then pushing up into the headspace. And so I already started bringing codes in to push out and clear in the solar plexus, the throat, and the headspace. I have three cards for you from this Galactic Enchantment Oracle deck, and I'm hoping that they come through because I'm outside in the dark. The first one being sight. Okay, so you do have a lot that is going on in your third eye space right now. Okay, you've got some activations and upgrades coming into this space. I know that you're highly, highly intuitive, but they're saying you're going to be seeing, physically seeing a lot more. Okay, so these things that you're hearing, that you're feeling, that you're sensing, that you just, as that claircognizant, intuitively know, you are going to start seeing. Okay, your clairvoyance is really, really kicking up, but they're also bringing this into the physical. Okay, and they're saying pay attention to what you see. Okay, so this is sort of like a double sided message. It's not all just about the ethereal realms, but this is also about this physical reality and paying attention to what it is that you're seeing. They're saying you are not wrong. Okay. You see things, you understand things. When something comes to you, um, pay attention to that. Pay attention to what you're seeing, how people are treating you, what they're saying to you, what is popping up in your reality. Okay, the next code that's stepping forward is simplify. Okay, and I believe that you know what this is about, so I don't think that I have to speak on it too much. But they're saying this is deeply connected to this sight card. Okay, so pay attention to what you're seeing and allow yourself to simplify. What I'm feeling is, once again, this sort of shift in your reality. And right now, everything that you know and that you are and that you've been and that you've sort of calculated and culminated and sown, right, is sort of being questioned, right? And that would throw anyone upside down. But they're saying right now, pay attention to what you see and simplify, okay? Try not to question and those instincts and what you're seeing. It's popping up for a reason, okay? Believe it. Yes. Try not to overthink. And lastly, I've got this source card, okay? So they're saying lean more deeply into your connection with source, knowing that you are this double ended conduit of source energy, knowing that the limitless power and knowledge and wisdom and love and support of source and the universe comes from within you, okay, within your body. Um, I'm feeling like I want to work on strengthening the connection between your heart and your mind once again, because you are such a beautifully logical person, but you're also so very tied to the ethereal realms. And sometimes that human mind, our ego, it can get in our way on its pursuit of keeping us safe. Okay, so I've got some codes for you, and I'm going to continue weaving as well because I feel like something's coming up that Carmela's going to want to say, but I want to get this frog out of your throat, Ginger.
Ya at ya ruk mahaskat an yashata nakwarutukurtaria satandia sakukwa unduaha yakat anahasaku mahaya hashat asia satai nahrutu ratasian dia kuanda waratashata sakatandia saturatatas naharutu ratashat asian ya sakurama Makwaratukuranda satyashataya saritia randa kurah yakwarmat unwakarmask andyask aruturat.
Ginger, you've got a, it's a collective, and I allow them to sort of all blend together when I'm coding, but right now you've got this beautiful collective of amphibian and reptilian and dragon beings stepping forward, and my whole body is getting really hot. And that probably has to do with that fire that I was feeling earlier. And so, what I'm hearing alongside with this is your team is encouraging you to continue sharing your light language, your soul language, your light linguistics, whatever term that you want to use for it. Okay. Allow yourself to lean into it and continue using it, because in this space and time, when you are using this, you are consciously pushing the brain aside, pushing the ego aside, and leaning into that very strong source, heart, love, multiversal, universal connection. Okay, so allow yourself to do that and try not to stress too much about what am I saying, what guides are coming through. Trust in the power of your intention, because you are very, very strong, you are very wise, and you are very powerful. And there's this sort of want, I guess, to allow yourself to surrender just a little bit more and have fun with it, because there's just so much going on. So, really allowing yourself to lean into that, in those places and times where your mind can sort of take a back seat. And they're also wanting me to remind you that you would not have the knowledge of or connection to the abilities that you have now if you were not meant to lean into them and use them. Okay. So they're saying it's time to release the fear that you will be using them incorrectly because
Mhm.
you set that intention with your thoughts, with your heart. Okay. You choose, you set the intention. And if the intention is coming from a place of love, it will never cause they're saying like they're showing me the mind blown emoji, like you're thinking like no destruction, right? I don't even like the word destruction, but they're saying you're not going to cause destruction. Okay. So I'm going to just silently sort of go through and
Okay.
clear out the
I
grid a
I
little bit.
I want to ask something there. I pulled another card, but first of all, they've been really nagging at my ear, and this is my left side. So for I'm not sure if there's something that you are not being paying attention to, or that you need to listen a little closely, a little more, and on the thoughts that come, listen to what that thought that comes to you, use it. Excuse me. I'm still trying to clear it. There's still this. It's much better than it was when we began, but there's still a little bit of clearing that needs to happen on my solar plexus. And so the card that I picked for you was the ever unfolding rose, cracked open. It's happening for you, not to you. So just remember that this is something that um, you have opened. You have opened the door. Like I said before, the door was cracked open, but now it's opening up a lot more because you're allowing yourself to receive these codes uh, that are sending to you. But take a deep breath. Take a deep breath in and relax into that energy. Let that energy just sink in without trying to understand, without trying to figure it out. Because a lot of the time we don't need to figure it out. Because it's a vibration that we are getting. Just like a sound vibration in the codes, the light codes, it's exactly the same thing. It's a vibration that needs to come through us, that needs to reach our cells for us to understand in a different way. It just like an intuition, or if you have children, you know when your child is crying, you know why they're crying. You know, without even looking at them, you can tell if they're crying because they're bored, they're crying because they're hungry, whatever it is. And that's same with the ear, that you need to pay attention of what is that thought that you hear and where it hits you in the body, and pay attention to that, because you are not going to have it wrong. You're not going to do it wrong. You are going to do it the way it needs to be done for you, what you came here to do, because each and every one of us will do it on their own level, in their own way, because there's people that will understand the way you are sharing it with them. Each one of us has our own unique fingerprint, and exactly the same way as we share our energy. So some people may connect more with Tina because they will understand her dialect, or they will understand her energetic signature. Some people connect with me because they understand my energetic signature. It's not about the words that we speak, it's about the energetic signature that we bring into the world, that we bring here. So don't question it, just be. Just do what comes naturally to you, and that's all you need to do. Okay. I think you're trying to, by trying to figure out, okay, who is this? Is this more Egyptian? Is this Pleiadian? Is this, you're wasting more time than just letting it happen. And I hope that makes sense. I hope that makes sense, because that's what's coming to me to share.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely beautiful. I resonate with everything that you're saying, Carmela. And I think, especially for Ginger, that definitely does make sense because she's a very brilliant, logical mind. So there's just this sort of pull into a little bit more of surrender and etheric. And there's something that I wanted to mention earlier, Ginger, that I forgot. So I just wanted to mention that as well. With especially the dragons that are coming into your energy, I'm the heat is subsiding. I sort of cleared it out, but your team is suggesting for you to start playing with the element of fire specifically. And of course, you're not just, trapped in that only with the fire, but right now the fire energy is coming in for you hot. And I've got a song coming in my head. I don't know the name of it, but I wrote it down because I'm going to look it up and tell you the name of it. But the lyrics are, I've always liked to play with fire. Okay. And so they're pointing to that for you, and um, allowing yourself to sort of do some fire gazing really sort of brings you back into the physical and connects you with the elements of this earth. But it also helps to sort of clear the mind. For me, it can be very meditative to stare into the flame of a candle or a bonfire, and just sort of allow yourself to let go. And so I feel like there's something in that for you. And your dragons and your team are wanting you to know that you are very, very much so protected and shielded and loved. Okay. So, any worry of like physical stability, or especially in these upper realms, they're saying, we've got you. We've got you. Consciously call us in. They are very good at protecting, especially for highly empathic people. They're really good at just sort of blazing and burning everything off. So, um, take some time to call in your dragons specifically, but know that they are there with you. Um, everything is starting to feel much lighter. I don't have that feeling in my stomach, and I don't feel like I have a frog in my throat anymore, and it's sort of cooled down. So I do feel good. I feel like your field feels really good.
Mhm. Me too. I feel the same thing. I feel lighter. I wanted to add with fire is, fire element is very important because you have to balance it. You have to balance the fire because too much can burn you, too little, it has not enough passion. So fire is also transmuting. So everything, a fire element is very interesting and very intriguing. And it's how you use it that can help you manifest everything that you want. So, especially if you're working with dragons, I would recommend to connect with the fire a little deeper because it will teach you a lot more. Okay. Um, Yeah, I'm getting the same thing at Tina. Everything else kind of just settled.
Yeah, everything just sort
So
of settled. So I feel good.
thank you.
I feel good with that. Thank you so much for allowing us to connect with you, Ginger. I love you so much.
Thank you.
Just gonna
Big hugs. Thank you.
just release Ginger. Hi. So next on our list, we have Debbie Partridge. I'm going to run through the list really quickly. If you are on the list and you are here, say hi. So next we have Debbie Partridge, if she's here. And then we have Shannon Stevens, and we also have Josh Thompson. I did see Josh. So if you are Debbie or Shannon and you are here, please say hi. If not, we'll go ahead with Josh if he's still here, and we can sort of do timestamps for everyone else.
Hi, Josh.
Hi, Josh.
I don't see anybody else. I see
Yeah.
Hannah. Hi, Hannah.
Yes. Hi, Hannah.
Mary.
Hi, everyone that came in while we were
Yes.
talking. I apologize for not stopping to say
Mystical
hi.
Gypsy
But
is here. Hi.
hi, Mystical.
Mary.
Thank you so much for coming. And I saw that you shared. Thank you so much. I really appreciate
Yes.
it.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You guys are amazing. I
Yeah.
don't see Shannon Stevens and I don't
No.
see Debbie.
No,
So
I don't see Shannon or Debbie either. So I think we're going to go ahead, Josh. We're going to go ahead with you, and then I'll sort of call out for the other two as well. And if they don't appear, then I will just do timestamps.
yeah. Ooh. Ooh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Well, Josh. They are coming in hot. We both sort of went, oh.
It always, it always amazes me when I'm like, we're connected and then we do the same, like, ooh, like shivers, or like right now I have like shivers and this cold energy just stepped in. Um, Very interesting.
Excuse me.
Oh, okay.
Yasaru tukurata rantaya.
Yeah. Hatake na hena sadatea taho hakita o nane sadaya. Ah, cool. Very cool. This is my first time doing light language for a gentleman, so that's awesome.
Oh, this is so exciting.
It is. I always, connect more with females or
Yeah.
connecting with me. Okay. Kataya, tataya, taha, sahu, salana. Okay. I'm gonna pick one card first, and then we'll connect with the rest. Okay. So the card is very simple. It's a yes. 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 Um, Hi, Jennifer. Okay,
Hi.
so this card is it's three sisters, three amazing women, and they're saying yes. Whatever the question is, whatever you can ask, whatever it is that you asking the universe for, it is a yes. It is definitely that you are stepping into more and more your true self. Like it was interesting when we first said your name, the energy came in and it was very powerful, but also very playful. So when I get very playful energy, for me, it's a lot of the fairy realm that comes in, that they want to play and they want to laugh. Very lighthearted. So I love that. I love the fact that you're very lighthearted, and I feel that you're a kid at heart. So you're playing when you are doing these kind of sessions, or you're doing this kind of language. You're playing. You're like a little kid in a candy shop. You're like, I feel that you're playing a lot, but also I'm saying that there's a lot of energy coming through, because all of a sudden my mouth is very dry. So you have to be very careful of how much energy you filter through your body. That you have to really um, be aware of yourself, and not to give too much energy of your own self out to people, that they can drain you very quickly. And I feel that although you start you're very lighthearted and you play a lot, you want to play, you want to laugh, and you're very joyous. I feel that there's also another side of you that afterwards you feel very tired and very doubtful, like I want to say, because that's what kind of they come to mind. And this, they're saying, please don't do that. Know that whatever you're bringing to the table, it is needed, because a lot of people need that joyful and that laughter now. Um, Second, connect. You're a very old soul, very old soul. You've done this many times before. So you're bringing a lot of ancient energy with you, a lot of ancient knowledge, a lot of ancient wisdom with you. I feel that you've tapped in, but you're not completely tapped into that side yet. I feel that there's still a lot that will come to you. Um, Kutatai satu watu wate tu kuna no ho wata ya ha. Excuse me. Kuna na atuta ikata sota yana utala Kua hana ia na ua ia hatua hato ata. Ua kota hina ha ua de haiua dana ua hōrua hata ua. You're very connected also with the, a lot of the shamanic elders, ancient shamanic um, knowledge. Tua tu kata ye to tanata sutu na 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 ye to la hata yo ku no no ho o he ha sutu ala kina ha tu hina ha sutu ta yo ga kata ta ye ana. You connected to animals a lot. Tua ta ta yo ta la sa ta yo tu kutu to na. They're making me feel that you sat on a council in on the other realm. You're sitting on a council table. So you're very old and wise. Kuno na hata yata hata se yana. And your elders, your peers, they want to share a lot of the information that you have forgot in translation while you came here. Um, kutu watu sukota to tatakasi nana tata. Oh, doda hiu. I see you with a staff. Um, and as you're walking, you're banging the staff. And when you're banging the staff, I see light coming out from underneath your staff. So you're clearing the earth as you're walking with the staff. And I'm not sure if you do have one, but this is what they're showing me. They're showing me that when you're walking with the staff, every step that you take, your steps are grounded, but when you hit the staff down, it's like a ripple effect. Like, when you throw a rock in the water and it has the ripples, that's what they're showing me. And they're showing me this light that comes out of your staff and kind of just ripples out into the earth. That this is what they need. It needs to clear, and you'll be called to go to where certain areas that need that energy that you're going to bring and ground into that space. Okay, I'm gonna pass it on to Tina as I do some. As I'll bring some um, more of light language or codes in.
Okay, beautiful. So Josh, what I was doing as Carmela was speaking is I was going through and I was really working on realigning your centers, okay, your main centers. So I felt a lot of pressure here in the third eye and the crown, down to the ears and in the throat. So this tells me right now you've got a lot that is expanding, but as I leaned into it more deeply, it's it's feeling like there's so much coming crowding into you all at once that I sort of had to stop at one point and just push everyone out. Okay, the first card that I got is release. And what I'm hearing with this is that you are expanding in your ability. But it's really important that you're taking that time to release and transmute back to the earth everything that is not yours, anything that is no longer serving, releasing old contracts, um, releasing the pressure that is put on you by yourself and others to sort of run to the finish line is the feeling that I'm getting. My body physically is being pushed forward and I keep feeling like I need to push back. And it doesn't feel like I'm being gently nudged. It feels like I am being shoved forward, and my back feels like it's slanted, and I have to keep consciously bringing myself backwards. Okay. And so it feels like right now, with everything that you're doing, it's almost like you're being shoved straight ahead, but they want me to remind you that there is no such thing as a finish line, right? This is not being timed. Okay, there is no rush. There is no rush to the finish. Make sure you're releasing things that aren't serving, things that aren't yours, and sort of taking that time to balance and self-care and regain Okay, regain that balance within yourself. I know that this is something that you're working on, but it still feels like you're being shoved. And what I'm hearing with this as well is taking the time to consciously push everyone out of your space, kick all of the guides out, and say, it's time for you to leave. It's time for me to sit with myself. And in this time that you're doing self-care, making sure that you're cutting all cords and connections and that it's just you and your energy. This is followed by the affirmation card. Okay. So, use of positive affirmations are going to be really powerful for you at this time. Right now, you're really expanding in your ability with your light language, your soul language, whatever term feels best to you, but you're really expanding within that. So, use positive affirmations to help with the reprogramming, okay, of the reality that you wish to be existing in, that you wish to see. You have this ability within you.
Mhm.
They're like drilling into my ear, and I'm telling them to get out because um, it's like these energies are coming at you so hard, and you're this beautiful open channel, but it's almost making your thoughts feel a little bit scattered, if that makes any sense, because that's how I'm feeling. Like I'm starting to feel scattered. So they need to go. They need to leave this space to allow you to just exist and move forward. But I also have two really beautiful cards as well that jumped right out. Okay. One being the light. Okay. This is you, a reminder that you are the light. You are this double ended conduit of light. You are surrounded by light. You share light. You breathe the light. But I also find it very interesting that on this card we have Saturn, which can feel almost volatile, right? The energy of Saturn can feel almost volatile. It's action, it's moving forward very quickly. Okay. So I'm feeling like there's this need to sort of take the reins and say, okay, I am Saturn. I'm not going to get pushed by Saturn. I'm going to lean into this, and I choose the rate at which I propel forward. I choose to command my space because these beautiful light codes are coming in either direction. And you could look at it as coming in or going out, or either way. But Saturn's in the middle, and this code sort of goes around it. Okay. So even though there's all of this going on around it, this planet is pushing these codes out around it to enter its field in the way at which it wants to. Okay. It's still holding that space around itself. Miyasakurutukurata.
That
Josh, you're
explains why the dry, the
yeah.
draining, the feeling of drained
Mm-hmm.
explains that. Sorry.
Yeah. No, it's okay. Josh, your next epiphany is way closer than you think, okay? So there's this feeling of wanting to release the pressure around yourself, okay? This is the energy of epiphany, and it's coming to you. But it's about being in a place of allowance and surrendering. And what I'm hearing is make sure you're taking care of that physical vessel and knowing that you are the one that commands all of it. Nothing that is for you is going to pass you. There is no perfect timing. There is no um, perfect way to get started, is what I'm trying to say, right? Everything's going to fall in line. Your contracts are coming to you. So just allow yourself that sort of energy of surrender. What I'm feeling like I want to do right now is, especially up here, I've got a lot up here, and I do have codes
Me
coming
too.
in and
Yeah.
expansion. But I
Yeah.
also sort of want to push out some of these old programs and thoughts that are making you want to like scramble. Like I'm getting the feeling of a hamster on a wheel. So I'm just gonna go ahead and push them out. And Carmela, if you have codes and you wanna, if we want to, we can work on that at the same time if that feels okay. But I need
That's
to.
what I was seeing. I was seeing codes also too, but they're scattered in the same thing. They need to
Yeah.
be um very a lot of pressure on my head here because they're coming in, they're pushing it to you. I feel that they're coming from all over the place, and you just need to set a time and just work with one at a time. And maybe you want to set a time, say an hour a day, and the rest you disconnect from and you live your earthly life. And
Mhm.
that way you can actually have a little bit of a break and really put that. um, your boundaries up with the spiritual team. Okay, really make them work for it because they're here to work with us, not to work against us. But we need to tell them what the boundaries are, and
Mm-hmm.
if we don't set the boundaries, they're just going to think, okay, well, it's open. And then you're not achieving anything because you're being bombarded with so much. Like my ears are, I feel like my head is underwater right now. And so I need
Yeah.
to have that little bit of a clarity. So by setting, say, okay, 1 hour a day, I'm going to dedicate to getting codes or just clearing or just having a meditation and connecting with spirit that way. And the rest of it, I'm going to put some music, I'm going to dance, I'm going to do whatever that is not spiritual. That way
Yeah.
you'll have a break. Ko tata ye sata tu kutu anatu ahatu kutu hana ha kita hana ye kutu nana hatu tahi wa nea hatu e kiseta tu ho ihana ha kite ya tu o hana he Kununa hatuya na hoya ha he na hoya na he no ya ya ha. Kuna he ara ha he na ta yo he a ka ne ya ha ho. Sera na he na hoya ha ko de ya ne ya hoya na ho. Kuta ta he. Kuno no na kita la yo na hi na ha kita na hi ta na yo na kise na ha to to ye na ha to ha kasa na ye do na yo la kina na yo ta hi su to ha kina ta yo na su tu ha ye la kita yo tu de sa na ya
Hartuktur makriasket yet yarbakutur yamakriaskin yashinkari aryakurtur kimakir kursukur yamakriaktur yamakriaskin yashinkur yakutugua wahwah yan hasatia shatukua yahwahrutur turianda sakua yanya yaku mahashakuskut undwa wahruturanda yasanda iayanda nahawakukua yaskat aruturut uriana wahwah
oh
Masakunaya saratia ya shakuawa nyahawawa uanda hayana sati barutukura shata sataya yana wa undwa na waru arandari aru tuara ya sandaya na wa ma ya shandi na kuwa warata.
Josh, as we're working I was pulling a lot of cords from your head, and I know Carmela was sort of working on that crowding as well, and we're pushing things out. You do have a collective of energy around you and behind you, and I know that you're aware of that. But what's coming through most pertinently, especially here at the end, is as Carmela was saying, really asserting yourself with your boundaries and knowing that as your path evolves and as your gifts come online more and things really start to open up, it's totally normal for you to have to reassess your boundaries and maybe try out some different things. I'm hearing, don't be afraid to get a little sassy and sort of command energy around, because there's always going to be some that wants to push, like they were pushing me. And that's the feeling that I'm getting, like they're being pushy with you. So shove right back. Okay. Shove right back and tell them to get the hell out of your space. You are in charge. Um, they're coming to you because they see your light, and that you are open, and you're open and you're in a place of allowance for that. But at this moment, particularly, you're really needing that space to expand your own energy yourself and really feel all of what you are. And as they're pushing into your space, they're crowding you in and sort of making you feel like you're in this box that really is not existent. So push them out, shove them, allow yourself to take up space. Okay. Allow your energy to expand out and take up space. They're showing me you connecting in consciously with your solar plexus and focusing in on the site or the energy or the intention of this ball of light, just like the sun, and practice pushing that out of your solar plexus until it fills the entire room, with the intention that that will just blind any energy that comes at it. Um, and really just taking that time to feel into you, because you're so beautiful and you're so bright and you're so powerful and so open. Um, but Josh needs attention right now.
It's funny, I'm
Josh.
laughing because I pulled a card and you want to see what the card is? Everything
Yes.
you talked about.
Inner temple.
The
Yes.
light, the sun, connect with the light in the sun, the inner temple, and being you. Connect
Mm-hmm.
with the portal of your heart. So devotion, but connect with the portal of your heart. Connect with you first and foremost, because we as spiritual being, every single one of us who are on earth is connected to spirit. It is a spark of the divine, and we come here to learn many things. And the some of the lessons, they seem so mundane, but they're not, because we need to learn how to say no. We need to learn how to stand in our own ground. We need to learn how to love ourselves first and foremost, and listen to what our heart tells us. So really pay attention to that. Pay attention to how your body feels and how your heart feels. And once you've learned with all of that, then you can slowly get into that of others, whether it's to the universe, whether it's to connect with people here on earth, also whether it's connecting with animals, whatever it is, it will come. Please don't rush. We want everything yesterday, and the universe doesn't work that way. Unfortunately, it's telling us to slow down. And connecting with your inner temple is very, very important. I had to learn this the hard way. So yeah. So
I
that
think
was all.
most of us have.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
but
I
I do
100
feel
I
much
100%
better.
agree. It
I
does feel much better. It does feel much better, and I agree with everything that Carmela's saying. Um, it's this is your time. It's about you. Okay,
Mhm.
so making sure that you're putting you first, and when you need to take time away from the internet or this or that, just do it. There's no feeling of guilt to be had, is what I'm hearing. Okay, allow yourself that time and space to do what you need to do. It happens to all of us, right? We all go through this. I go through mega phases where I'm online every day, and then it's like I hit a brick wall, right?
Mhm.
And then sometimes I'll have to disappear for weeks or whatever it is. So finding that balance, and it's going to be a test, right? It's maybe not a test, but it's going to be a trial, right? You're going to have to test it out based on what you're doing. And it's going to change, but making sure that you're scheduling days on your calendar for you, like for a day off to do, as Carmela's saying, something in the physical, go have fun. And this was coming through immediately in the beginning, so I want to mention it. Eric's here and he's working with songs tonight, so I have a feeling I'm going to have a song for everyone. But he's not going to let me forget it, Josh. So please listen to Shake It Off by Taylor Swift so he will make it stop playing in my head. Okay. And like, as you're doing this, imagine yourself shaking off everyone else's energy and expectations and weight, and limitations that your mind sort of places on you to help keep you safe. And just imagine that you're shaking it all off. So that might actually be something fun for you to do as far as clearing energy. And of course, it doesn't have to be Taylor Swift. Um, but just sort of getting in that space and imagining that as you're dancing or spinning or whatever, that it's all flinging off. um, and allow yourself to just sort of be standing in the eye of that and just be,
Hmm.
just be you and exist as you.
Definitely.
Yeah.
100%. Well, thank you so much for allowing me to get in your energy. I really appreciate that and really want to honor that. Thank you. Yes, you can ask a question. He wants to ask a question. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
absolutely, Josh. Yeah, Eric is a goober. He's around me a lot.
He's definitely having fun tonight, let me tell you.
Yeah. Okay, Josh says I transmute 3 times a day. Do you ladies have any tips on transmuting? Miasarotukuratan, diasarotukurataya shati, yayawakuahwahwa, yayaharotukuratai. Are you using your soul language while you're transmuting? Because it's immediately coming in, and I'm almost feeling like setting your intention with your soul language is going to be helpful. But I'm also, they're wanting you to get outside more,
That's what I was getting. I was
getting
getting your
outside, and because my feet are warming up, getting
yeah.
outside and connecting with the earth and asking Gaia to come up and help sort of pull that from you, from your feet. um, and also smoky quartz. If you're
Mm.
someone that works with crystals, smoky quartz is going to be great for you, especially in any kind of point, because smoky quartz really helps to take those negative energies or dense energies, takes them and sends them down into the earth, transmutes it, and brings it back up as that light. So that really helps to amplify the entire process of grounding, transmuting, clearing, and realigning.
I think for me is to keep it simple and find what works for you because each one of us had to find what works for us. You know, we do have our own method and we have figured it out over the years. For me, it's going outside, going to the earth, just do working with the earth, whatever it is, whether it's chopping wood, whether it's carrying just sticks, or whether making a fire, whether it's just digging my garden. A lot of the times it's also going to the river for me. Going to the river, just sitting by the river and ask the river to take everything that is no longer, useful for me, that it needs to transmute it and let it go. Taking a bath with salt water for me was a lot of the other thing that I was given to in a dream a while back was Himalayan salt. I needed to
Mhm.
have Himalayan salt, whether it was in my hands, whether it was in the hands of someone who was healing. They had to have the Himalayan salt because that grounded them, because the Himalayan salt also has a lot of minerals and vitamins that we sometimes are lacking. Um, so find what it is that works for you and really don't doubt it. As simple as, if it's just as simple as going outside and sitting on your deck, you're like, well, how that's going to help me? That will work for you because that's what you're connected with. Okay. So
Yeah.
again, going down into that heart space and really listen to your body and what your body is asking for, and don't
Mhm.
question.
Absolutely. I 100% agree with that. And something else that's coming through as well, Josh, is taking the time to reassess your boundaries. And when I say boundaries, I mean physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, with your team, with your time. Okay, reassessing your boundaries and also playing around with different forms and methods of shielding and gridding is going to assist you with not necessarily having to transmute as much. Okay, so reassessing those boundaries and testing out different shielding and gridding is also going to help with
Yes.
not having to be constantly transmuting. But I definitely agree, with getting out in nature and really connecting in whatever way works best for you. but I feel like you're sort of in an experimental phase right now. So test it out. It
Mhm.
doesn't have to be the same thing every day. Um, just make sure you're setting those strong intentions. Okay.
Yes, and he said he does work with crystal, so he'll be getting the smoking quartz.
Yeah, good. I hope
Definitely.
it helps. I hope it helps you.
Yeah.
I feel good. Josh, thank you so much. We love
Mhm.
you. Thank you for allowing us to connect
Thank
with you
you. Big
today.
hugs to you. Big hugs, and thank you so much for allowing us in your energy.
Yes, thank you so much.
Many blessings to you. Okay, three, two.
Ya sarutu kurandaya saria shakua wa turu.
Okay, so on the list, we still have Shannon and we have Debbie. Shannon or Debbie, if either one of you are here, please say hi. And if not, we will just do timestamps for both. So, Shannon and Debbie, if either of you are here, please say hi. I did share it to Shannon. She might be just be busy, and we'll see.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they are here. Like I said, I'm not. I know that also with the timing, sometimes right, could be a little bit of a different.
Yeah, yeah, that's absolutely okay. Ya sharatu kurandaya sawa tukurnya nanya kuru tukura taria randaria.
So,
Okay. So I'm not seeing either one. So
me
I'm going to say let's go ahead with Debbie. I'm going to do a timestamp for her because she
okay.
was on the list before Shannon. So we'll go ahead with Debbie and we'll make sure that she gets her timestamp so she's able to revisit this live.
Awesome. I know Debbie had a question.
Okay.
And the question was about her workspace, if it's time for her to move on or it's time for her to stay. And I told her we would answer tonight because, would be a better, um, so I hope that she gets that tonight.
Okay. So I'm going to sort of lean into that question right away.
Yep, go ahead.
And then of course I encourage you to feel into it as well, and I'll see what my cards have to say as well. But Debbie, what I'm hearing right away is that there's way too much pressure being put on you because I feel like I got hit in the head with a frying pan. Okay, so especially in regards to your place of employment right now, where you're working, it feels like I've got a lot of people coming at me and giving me their opinions when it may not necessarily be helpful. It might actually be hindering. Okay, so what I'm feeling is sort of a longing in the heart space. I really encourage you to take some time to sit within yourself and connect with your heart space. Consciously turn that brain off, consciously push everybody else and their opinions and their thoughts out of your energy and just sit with yourself. And when you connect in with yourself from a perspective of your heart, where does it lead you? Because personally, the feeling that I'm getting is that it's leading you somewhere else. And I will, of course, never encourage someone to just up and quit a job without something lined up. I'm not trying to tell you to be like irresponsible or anything like that. But there's something that you're longing to do, that your heart and soul wants to do, something that lights you up. And right now, you're not feeling it. And if you were feeling it, you wouldn't be questioning it, is what I'm hearing. And so maybe this involves setting some boundaries at work as well, um, with maybe not taking on so much, or maybe not saying yes, I can take on that project, or I can stay late, or this or that, or maybe just telling people like it is, and seeing how that environment shifts for you. But that's kind of what I'm feeling, is I'm getting this immediate way too much pressure. Connect in with yourself and really lean into what brings you joy, because that will always find a way.
Absolutely. What I'm getting for me, they're showing me a pressure cooker.
Yeah.
It's like the pressure cooker, and the whistle is going and the steam is coming, and it's like,
I can hear it.
is it right? Me too. And it's like it's hissing in my ear, and
Mhm.
it's there's too much build up there. There has been too much build up, and like Tina was saying, really lean into your heart, and only you can make that decision, and only you can make that choice, and only you know what is your heart, what is that your heart desires, and I feel, obviously I know a little more about you, but it's like not only with work but with household and with everything else. I feel that all this pressure is really needing a release. And in order for you to do that, it's like you need to step away from certain things for a little bit and
Mm.
just breathe. Like right now, like I want to talk about a minute and I can't, like I'm not taking a breath. So just just need to take a step back and just breathe first, and allow where things to come to fruition, allow things to fall wherever they need to fall, and to be rebuilt wherever they need to be rebuilt. um you know this is definitely for you, because this message kept coming from this afternoon, and it's, in Italian we say, so translated basically in English says, when God closes a door, the window will open, or whenever God will close the window, a big door will open. So when one thing is done, something else will be ready for you. So just need to trust, and you need to kind of do have a little bit of a plan. Obviously, you can just, like Tina said, we're not going to tell you drop that and go somewhere else, because that's not. We don't know your financial. We don't know your life exactly. Situation, but I do feel that this has kind of come to an end, and you know that this was coming for a while, because you haven't felt comfortable there for a little while now. And and again, you need to speak up, speak your truth, speak what you feel. And not necessarily, when we say speak your truth, is like you go to your boss and say, you know what, blah blah blah, whatever, right? You just speak what's in your heart. That's your truth. Speak what's in your heart, whether it's to yourself, whether it's to somebody else. The hardest part and the hardest thing for me that I found over my journey in the spiritual practice is to be really authentic with yourself.
Yeah.
We say we have to be authentic with others, we have to be open with others, but I find that it's really much harder to be truthful and authentic with myself. And it's okay if we stumble, and it's okay if we fall, because we'll get up and be stronger. Okay. Um, that's what I'm getting right now, and it's like a blank.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got the song Let It Go from Frozen playing in my head. So I do have some cards for you, Debbie, and they go right along with this. It's like I sort of jumped the gun and then thought, oh, let me go to the cards. But I feel like it pretty much tells the story of what Carmela and I are both saying. So I'm going to show them briefly. The first one being direction.
Mm,
Okay. You get to choose. You get to choose the direction, but I do feel a shift in direction coming for you. Okay, that was followed up by the crown chakra. And this is up here. Okay, this is your connection to source. This is your connection to your higher self. This is your connection to the divine and the upper realms. And what I'm feeling is when I tune into this card for you, I come back to that pressure, and it's like all of the pressure around you and these thoughts of other people and everything that's going on, it's almost making it feel like there's sort of a block up here. Okay. And it's hard for you to connect in with your higher self and these upper realms because you've got so much crowding you here. And so, by really setting boundaries and pushing others out, it's going to allow you to tune more into that. This is followed by adventure. I feel like you are needing a little bit of adventure, a little bit of fun. Um, do something that you've never done before. It doesn't have to be something crazy. You don't have to go jump out of an airplane. You could just, take a day off and go for a drive, or try a new restaurant. Try something that you want to try or that you haven't. Get out and explore, because when you go out and explore and you're with yourself and you get to choose which direction to go in, that's when things shift and change and expand. In that moment, that's going to really help you find yourself and what brings you joy and what lights you up. Um, and lastly, I have this Heart of the Dragon card.
Ooh,
Okay.
that's
And this
pretty.
is you. And what we know about dragons is that they're very prideful, and they're very true, and they're very strong, and they're very protection and or protective. And of course, they're connected to that element of fire. Um, I don't know anybody that's like, you know what? I think I'm just gonna go mess with a dragon, right? Okay, so they're very strong, and they're very stoic, and they're very front facing, and they go after what they want. But being that the dragon is so connected to the element of fire, I feel like this Heart of the Dragon card for you is inspiring you to find that dragon within you. Where is that fire? Where is that passion? What lights you up? What brings you joy? What makes your heart expand and want to share and grow and move and adventure and have fun? Um, so I really truly do feel like there is a shift coming for you, but there's this need to sort of take some time within yourself, even if you're getting in the car and going for a drive by yourself. Take that time to connect in with your heart and allow yourself to find your passion. And it's not always easy. Of course, there's always going to be steps that need to be taken, right? I feel like we speak so often about manifestation, and we forget to mention that uh, the key thing that most manifestation is missing is inspired action, right? And so, if there's something that you want to do, a change that you need to make, really putting that effort into searching that out, or okay, I'm going to switch my position at work or my career. Are you looking for something different? Are you planning out how that feels, what that looks like for you, right? So, making sure that you're taking steps towards yourself by taking steps towards what makes you happy and what lights you up. That's really going to supercharge your manifestations and help you come into alignment with something that is more aligned with you and your energy. Um, and your team is wanting to remind you as well that as your life progresses and as things move forward, the things that are aligned with you, they will shift. Okay. And sometimes things will fall away. Sometimes
Mhm.
things that were once a great fit for you feel super uncomfortable now. And it's because you're changing and you're growing. But most importantly, in this is honoring yourself and how you feel and what makes you happy, because at the end of the day, you are the one living your life, and you
That's
have you have the ability to be successful doing what you're doing now, um, or doing something that you might not necessarily like, or doing something that you really do like. You have that passion within you. It's just a matter of sort of finding it again through all of the bullshit, I'm going to say, finding it again through all the weeds and the thorns and picking everybody out, finding your passion and allowing that to guide you, because when you put that passion into what you want, you will be successful.
absolutely. And I pulled two cards for you. And the first card is protection. And protection is that you are protected. It's call back your power, cut the cords, soul retrieval. So call back your power that you have given willingly, knowingly, and unknowingly, and unwillingly. Call back your own power, and just what that looks like is, you can just stand there and say, you know what, God, I call back my own power, my true self. I call back all my power from the ones that I gave, the ones that I gave willingly, and the ones that I gave without will. And the ones who took it from me unwillingly, I want to return back to myself. The other card that I pulled is the crumbling. What are you clinging on to? So this is a change card, obviously, and as you can see, there is, sometimes we are clinging to stuff that no longer fits us, and it's something that needs to be replaced with different, either with different habits, with different modalities, with different lifestyle, whatever it is that needs to be replaced. We need to allow change to happen, because without changes, we would not progress, and we would not learn anything, and we wouldn't move for anywhere. We wouldn't move forward. You know, our children wouldn't grow older. We wouldn't grow older without changes. But as we do, changes are inevitable. And the more we embrace the changes and we let them happen naturally the way they need to happen, the less we struggle with them. Because it's when we struggle, it's because we are putting um, our own fear in the way, our own thoughts of how something should look like or should go about. And when we do that, we disrupt the universal flow of how it needs to happen. And so just don't think about too much about, oh my God, but I have this and I have that and I have that. And if I lose this job and if I let go of this job, how am I going to get this other job and how am I going to pay for this? And, when we do trust and say, okay, this is not working for me anymore. Okay, what else do I need to do? Show me, take me there, and just go with the flow. And universe will provide for you however it needs it to be provided for. Hope that makes sense. So
Feels good. I
basically,
do
that's
have
all I have for that. Go
I
ahead.
do have a little bit of soul language that I want to speak for you, Debbie, but I really feel like the healing today's in the message because I feel like that's the most front-facing thing is what you're facing right now. But I do just want to speak to your heart a little bit, and you can experience this in whatever way you experience, eyes opened or closed, just being in a place of allowance. Yasakunaya sarati yaya wakua washataya satya harutukurandaya. Niaya wakumaya ya sati. Ia hasara tukura taya sari. Na shakua waya nya satukua. Ia yanda siya shatukua. Mahaya sandai. Niaya huru tukuru tuya. Mahwa yakunaya sati ia yandaya tuara. Your higher self and your team is reminding you that you are so important. You are worthy. You are seen. You are loved. You are valid. Okay. And you have the ability to do whatever it is that you want to do. Okay. So please, please know that you are supported whichever direction you choose to go and that the choice is always yours. Sometimes we just need to be reminded that we do actually have a choice and you do have a choice. Yakunaya sarati iya shakua wa 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 wa. I'm going to recommend some grounding exercises for you, Debbie. I'm feeling the element of water. So if you have a bathtub, taking a nice bath, putting on some music, lighting some candles, if you're someone that works with crystals or herbs, you can bring those things in. But just having this moment of self care and self love for yourself and allowing yourself to connect in with the element of water. There is some releasing that needs to be done. So you may cry, you may cough, you may scream, whatever that is, allow the emotions to come out and see how you feel once you've allowed that to sort of shift out of your body. The element of water is beautiful for that because it carries emotion, but it also helps things to flow. And so it's great for visualization that you're physically cleansing yourself, but you're also spiritually, mentally, and emotionally cleansing anything that's no longer serving. And then you can quite literally watch it go down the drain. Okay, so if you have the ability to connect with water in that way, whether it be a bath or a shower, just really leaning into that and taking that time for yourself, I feel like that's going to bring you some answers that you're looking for.
Absolutely. And I'm feeling a lot of heat through my hands. There's a lot of healing coming to you. You are surrounded words from your loved ones through your galactic sisterhood and brotherhood. They're surrounding you and they're trying to keep you safe. They're trying to keep you um, up, beat. But I also feel that they're trying to support you the best they know how, for you to connect with them. Connect with them. Like Tina said, taking a bath while you sit in the bath, call in your team of helpers, whether it's your ancestors or whether it's your galactic ancestors, calling them in to help you and to help you restore your full energy. Thank you.
I feel complete with that. Thank you so much, Debbie, for allowing us in your energy and allowing us to connect with you. I'm sending you so, so much love and hoping that you come to the decision that works best for you soon. Thank you.
Yasakunaya sarati iya shakuwawa. Yasakukunaya naya sarati.
And as we disconnect from Debbie, Shannon is last on our list. Shannon, if you're here, please say hi.
You're having a speed race there.
Yeah, I have somebody revving their engine and speeding past the house. I'm in like a 25-mile-an-hour zone, so I don't
Oh
know.
my gosh.
But there,
Those are
I just
Debbie. Those are Debbie spirit guides. Okay, we're going now.
I know, right? I was like, oh no, I'm trying to mute myself, but I didn't get there fast enough.
That's okay.
So I apologize if that resonates through.
Hi, Katrina.
Hopefully they've gone on their way as well and they're going on another adventure. All
Like I
right.
said, they're Debbie spirit guides. They're going
Yeah.
pedal pedal to the metal. Like, oh my gosh.
All right. Miss
Oh, Eric.
Shannon.
Eric makes me laugh. Okay.
Hi, Katrina. Hi, let's see
And
what's
we
coming
have
through for
Shannon. And
Shannon.
Shannon is not here, the same as
No,
Debbie.
no,
Okay.
I'm not seeing Shannon, but that's okay. We've got a timestamp for you, Shannon.
All right. Ooh, excuse me. Sorry.
Yasakunaya sharati iya wakua wahaya sataya dayanya wah. Mashakukua naya sarati iya wa.
I'm sorry to jump right in there, Carmela, but once
Go
again,
ahead.
I've got stuff coming in, so I'll go to the cards after. But Shannon, I'm feeling a lot of pressure once again. It feels like everybody here tonight sort of is contracted to be here with this pressure. But Shannon, specifically for you, I've got what feels like energy just drilling into my right ear. And when I tune into that and I ask, is this a new guide? Is this a calibration? Is this an upgrade? What is this? I'm kind of getting all of the above. So as you're continuing on your self-healing journey and you're really putting yourself out there and being of service and connecting to others in this beautiful way, you are attuning as well. You've got a new male guide coming in. This is galactic. It is Arcturian. Okay, so they are coming in to help you with the conscious reprogramming and upgrading of your personal mainframe, your grid, your system. Now, with that, it's really important to know that there are these periods of calibration and integration, and you may be feeling really tired right now. You may be feeling a little bit disconnected. from all that's going on, and even feeling disconnected from the spiritual realm in a way, because there's only so many. They're showing me a clown juggling, right? Like there's only so many balls you can have in the air at the same time before they start to topple. Um, so taking some time for you, whatever that time is. I'm hearing self care, self love, conscious grounding, upping your electrolytes and your hydration, really leaning into yourself and leaning into those basic things. And listening to yourself too. Like I'm hearing, take some more time for self check in. Okay, how am I feeling this morning? Physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually? Do I feel as though I have the energy to hold space for this event, this person, this group, or not? Um, do I have the option of saying no in some of these instances? And if so, will I? Should I? What's best for me? So really, I'm hearing check in with yourself several times a day, because right now you really are integrating. You're leveling up. You're raising in consciousness, and along with that comes a big release, and then your body physically is attuning to these new densities and these new consciousnesses and these new guides. Okay, so really taking the time to lean into you, and don't feel bad about it. Don't feel bad if you don't have the time or space that you maybe did yesterday or last week or last month. Okay, this is about you putting yourself first. Put yourself first always. And of course, you have your family and everything that you do on a daily basis, but putting yourself first and making sure that Shannon is a priority on your list. Okay. So I'm going to get quiet and I'm going to get to the cards and allow Carmela to speak. But I'm going to have some clearing for you. And I feel like I'm going to come in with some cosmic waters to help just push things out. Okay. So I'm going to get quiet and allow Carmela to step forward.
Oh, yeah, there was a lot of also a lot of clearing going on because I feel like overwhelmed. My head's overwhelmed. A lot coming in. I pulled a card. I pulled two cards. So the first one is transformation. So I'm not sure if you can see it properly. It's hard to see. So it says transformation. Things are changing on a cellular level. Deep healing is happening. So this is going on with you. And also, if you see, she's holding the light codes right there.
Mhm.
So they are coming in for you, but they're coming in, I feel, fast and furious. They're
Put it on.
overwhelming because I had such pressure here on my head, on my third eye, and then my whole head. And there was a lot of energy coming up from all my chakras. So I feel that all the chakras need to be realigned and need to be cleared because you are storing too much energy in your body, and it's kind of like um, I feel a short circuit.
Yeah.
I'm going to short circuit because there's too much like going in, and I feel like I want to talk in, but I want to, the light language is like really fast, and I cannot even keep up with it. So this is, you need to really slow it down a little bit so it actually goes deeper than what it needs to go. If you take a little bit of a deep breath and allow it to go deeper, allow it to set in properly, because I feel that you want these changes and you want these changes fast, but sometimes when we go too fast, we can trip and fall. So please take your time, ask them to step back just a little bit and give you time um, to incorporate this new energy that's coming in, because sometimes when we have too much energy coming in, we can also get sick because our body does not hold the voltage, put it in human words, the voltage that's coming in for us. And so our cells cannot hold the space for the renewal, for the changes. So please allow time to go slow with that. Your transformation is coming. Your transformation is going to be amazing before you know it. And I feel that if you try to push it too fast or too much, it will take longer than what it actually needs to. There's a lot of language that wants to come in, a lot of language, a lot of codes that want to come in. Um, Ina na ina da hi na ta kata ha tu tu na hi de la kita sa ta yu na na ina na na hu de da ya di ana na hu de ka sa ka ya na hi ha na hu da na hi da da hu de ka hi da ha ti ka ha sa ta yi da ye na ha um I feel I feel pre-mentis coming in more for you, so I'm not sure if that you're connected with them or these are new guides that are coming in or new codes that are coming in for you. Perhaps Tina can lighten a little bit more on that. Uh,
Okay, right now I do have some cards for you, Shannon, but I already kind of started. So I went through and I was pushing things out and making space. Actually, I am going to show you this one. So you do have this release card. Okay, there are major activations and upgrades coming in for you. And in order to allow space for them, space needs to be made. So releasing, crying, letting go of old contracts, old thought processes, and patterns, making space for them to come in. But I do have some codes that I'm going to need to speak because they have me working on your grid and already harnessing in these upgrades. So keep in mind that you may be emotional. You're going to be releasing for, I'm feeling, at least the next week. As you release, they're going to continue to flow in, but I want to start bringing them in because it's feeling like a lot of conflict and pressure on you.
Oh boy. Hmm.
And yes, definitely a lot of mantis energy coming in for you, Shannon. And they are really just these beautiful beams of light. One of their main missions is to assist in healing. Okay. So it makes sense to me that they're coming in for you, stepping forward as you're expanding and your abilities to heal yourself and share that with others is expanding as well.
A lot of clearing has happened already because my energy already feels much more calmer than when we started. Exhale.
Okay, Shannon, right now, allow yourself to step away from conflict as much as humanly possible. Okay, even if that might feel like you're sort of going into this like hermit mode, that's okay. Because in that hermit mode, that's where healing happens, that's where transformation happens. That's when things can really integrate, calibrate, and come out new. Okay, so step away from conflict as much as possible, whether this be in social circles, online, in person, at work, whatever it is. Do your best to stay away from conflict, whether that be just sort of staying neutral, saying, I'm going to go, no, I'm going to stay in my corner. This is not mine. I'm going to back away from it, or setting boundaries and saying, I don't have time for this. I don't have space for this. I don't have energy for this. Um, your soul star is really coming online right now, Shannon. And that's why all of these things are happening right now. Okay. Your soul star is really what activates and upgrades the rest of the energy centers to really strengthen that connection to the ethers, to that source energy. This is your oversoul. This is you. Okay. This is your energy. This is connection to your Akashics, your alternate lives, other dimensions, aspects of yourself. Okay, so there's a lot coming in, and it makes sense that they're saying, like, stay away from conflict. They're mentioning releasing in hermit mode because you are really coming online as your soul star activates. It like shoots energy down and amplifies the rest of your centers. So don't be surprised if you're getting upgraded abilities, if you're feeling extra sensitive, if you're feeling like you're needing to revamp your grounding, your shielding, your boundaries, all of those things. Because as you step up, everything else shifts as well. And so the methods that you used to use, they may not be as effective to you anymore.
Mhm.
But knowing this, they're saying, have no fear. You can combat all of this. You can find that balance again. Just make sure that you're taking time to go within and pushing out anything that's coming from the external. Okay.
Thank you. I agree everything that Tina said, and they're gonna, you know, um, to me, what they're making me aware of that there is like people in both ears. One is saying one thing on one side, the other one comes and says another thing on this side, and so they kind of want to pull you into the drama, and you're stuck kind of in the middle. But they're saying you don't have to. You know, you can step back and say, you know what, I'm sorry, but this is not. I don't want to be part of this. I don't want to be, involved in this, and just step back from it, because if you're in that conflict and if you're in the middle of that conflict, then you are not listening to yourself and you're not being true to yourself. The card that showed me, there was a lot of clearing and there's a lot of healing happening for you anyways, because my hands are like super super hot and there's a lot of energy flowing through. There was a lot of clearing that was coming up for me for you. um, the card that I chose, the other card, it's the Akash. Your guidance is divinely guided. So this is um oh, hi Shannon. She's here. Tina, she made it.
Yes, perfect.
Okay, so this is for you. Hi Shannon. This reading is for you, Shannon. So this card to me, it shows that you are elevating and you have left behind some of the darker teachings or lessons that you've learned. So you're leveling up, and you're leveling up. When you level up and you stop being part of these conflicts, and be stop being pulled into other people's drama, I feel that you will see the clarity, and every step that you take will be brighter and lighter for you. Also feel that with the new energy that's coming in for you, and once you start opening up more, the intuition is coming to you, and it's you right you're more on the ball with it. You get the hits right away. You get understanding of what it is. You get more information straight away. It's almost like more of a direct line that you're getting, since you're leveling up into the new energy that's coming to you. With all this clearing that we have done for you, I feel that there is a lot more security for you. You feel like I feel that you're more secure, you're more grounded. You're standing more in your power, and you're shining brighter. Just don't allow to be drawn back into that drama. Okay.
Mhm. Absolutely, I agree. I do have some more codes that I want to speak. And
Mhm.
Shannon, I'll make sure that you get tagged in the timestamp when this is finished, because there was a lot of coding that came in for you from Carmela and myself as well. But they're now that this has cleared and is releasing, they've got a little bit more. So I'm I'm gonna let them come in. Now you've got this Fae energy and the bird beings. We've got avians and avian Fae. They're all coming in now, because they're really wanting to encourage you to find some joy, have some fun, something that Shannon finds fun, not something that everybody else finds fun, not, oh my gosh, I better go check in on this because it's an obligation, right? Okay, so making sure you're not only finding time for yourself for that rest and self care, but also having a little bit of fun and bringing that joy back in, because that helps to shift things so quickly, and because you deserve it, right? There's only so much that you can do every single day, every moment of every day, and only so much that you can hold space for and take on. So make sure you're finding that fun, that joy, that spark, and that's really going to help propel you forward in such a beautiful way, because you matter. You deserve it.
A lot of dancing for you. They're showing me a lot of dancing. Have a lot of, like, if you have a dance party, if you can. So just, put some music on um, that makes you laugh, and that connects you with a different elevation. Also, a lot of butterflies are. I'm seeing a lot of butterflies coming in, so they also
Mm-hmm.
bring transformation in codes. But I can see
Just consciously going in as we're doing this once again, and I'm pushing energies off of you and away from your physical body, because these codes can be delivered to you without you feeling the physical pressure. And they can also listen to you and step back and come in one at a time or not do this right now. Okay. So don't be afraid to boss them around. You're in charge, Shannon. Nasarutu kurah darshat anya sakwat unduar makuanda siat atakut unduar ratat nya shakut umbakarandaski nya shut uarwa nya sukut urat aryanda shakwaranda. Got some different aspects of yourself stepping forward and really enforcing those boundaries for you and pushing them out. Yes, I'm feeling that pressure, Shannon. They're showing me you laying with fluorite on your head, allowing it to absorb the EMF, the negativity, these excess energies that are coming at you. Shungite and fluorite, I'm hearing. So I'm sure, I know you have tons of crystals, but if you have either one of those handy, that's gonna assist you right now, because it's not just energy from people, and it's not just energy from like social media or online in general, but the it's actually the EMF as well. So the energy of those frequencies is really, really messing with everything. And so I really would suggest taking some time away from the devices and away from tech, while the tech of you and your body and your human self and your vessel and your energetic self is upgrading.
Oh boy, clearing. But they're making me aware of Mesopotamia. So I'm not sure if you are, if you know, if you're connected with Mesopotamia, but they're showing me a lot of energy from there that coming to you. And what they want to do is like, it's almost like I'm stretching all the chakras out because I feel like they're being like compressed. So what they want to like they want to do is like stretching them out and aligning them. Connecting as above, so below, as one, as we are one. Oh boy, that was a lot. Sorry. Aku tu sina tidak yesa aku tidak ina hatu iya ha siti tataki tina ni tu hati ti akisita nina na ina hati o ha tu hia ha tu hiena tu no hatu ti ha Ununuanina nai hatu hakita taina hasatu hahi. Yana tataye.
I had myself muted there for a second because they just had me breathing and releasing and transmuting and shifting energy out of your body, Shannon, that's not yours, that's not serving, and just really helping that to flow outward and out of your system. And it is starting to feel a lot lighter.
Yes.
Once again, just pushing everyone out and telling them to back up. Some more energy shifting out.
Yasakunaya sarati iaya wakuawa. Mahaya ya nasa ya shatuaya I. Yarandu kurun mahaya wakuawa. Yasandaya shati iaya na. Narutu kurutu kuria. Maskua huayanya satukoya. Lots of love coming through for you, Shannon. I love you so much. Your team loves you so much. Miyasanaya sakuya.
Please drink a lot of water. Like I'm beyond
Mhm.
thirsty. Please,
Yeah, I'm
please.
feeling that too.
There's a lot of energy that went through, and your cells are like they're showing me they're wide open, so they're absorbing everything that we have, the
Mhm.
clearing and the codes that we have brought forward to you. Uh, they're just being absorbed right in. So please drink a lot of water and rest, a lot of rest for you for the next few days, okay? Try not to overdo, try not to I mean, obviously, if you have your schedule, normal schedule, you go ahead and do your normal schedule, but try not to schedule extra things on it. Try to have as much time, downtime as possibly can, okay?
Yeah, I feel that as well. This is your time, Shannon. This is your time. This is all about you. But I do feel much better. There was a lot that was released. There were some upgrades that came through, and a lot is shifting right now. So 100% agree with Carmela, and I know that you know all of this, but definitely stay hydrated, up those electrolytes, ground as much as humanly possible, and take that time for rest. I feel like Carmela touched on everything that I had to say as well. Um, but I do feel good. I feel complete with that, and I'll make sure you get the timestamp so you can watch the beginning as well.
Holy
Um,
moly.
you are so important, and
Absolutely.
it's necessary to honor yourself, especially right now.
They're also
Shannon,
making me feel, sorry, Tina, to
no, it's
interrupt. They're
okay.
also making me feel, um, I keep hearing the words grapes. So you need to eat some fruit, but mainly grapes. And they're showing me green grapes instead of red. So I hope you like green grapes. And if you don't, you need to offer them to the earth because they're coming in with that.
That makes sense too. Grapes are like the number one food for reducing mucus. So if you've
Oh,
been having based headaches, Shannon, and like postnasal drip and phlegm and all of that kind of stuff that tends to want to creep around this time of year, especially, grapes will help to reduce the mucus within your body. So um,
I didn't know
I
that.
agree with that. Yeah, now I'm like, I should go get some grapes myself. So if anyone here is phlegmy, get yourself some grapes, and
Oh,
that'll help.
see? That makes, she says she has tons of sinus issues.
Yes, I do too. So that will help to reduce the mucus, and that will help to reduce the inflammation and everything else within the body, and then start taking some of that pressure out of the sinuses from everything that's built up, wanting to flow out.
Yes, that makes sense. Also, what helps with that is onion. If you have
Mm-hmm.
a lot of sinus, cut the onions and put them in your house all over the place and see the difference. Like, I mean, red onions actually are the best to use instead of white, but that helps with the reduce of the illnesses and viruses. Wine. It has to be white grapes, so you can have white wine. Okay, how about that?
Well, your team does want you to have some fun as well, but keep in mind that that might not help the headaches. Okay.
Yep,
But I say go for it, girl. Have some fun.
absolutely.
Oh,
Um, Eric says, "Red, red wine." I don't know the lyrics. I forgot. I used to sing it all the time, but I forgot that song now. All right. I feel good with that. So thank
Yeah,
you so
I
much.
feel
I feel
good.
lighter and the clearing has stopped. So that's awesome for now.
Yeah, I feel good with that. Thank you so much, Shannon. I love you so much. We're so grateful to be able to connect with you. And thank you so much to
Absolutely.
everyone who came, who listened, whether you were on the list or you were just here hanging out and spending time with us. I'm so incredibly grateful. Miaya sarutuku randaya sayaya wakua wahanaya. Miaya sharutuku rotukoyanya. Miaya kwak 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 ndukutunya hasarati. Ya shandai iya hawakuanaya nya. Makurutuku rataya saku iya yandaya. Yandasi iaya shukua ma iaya wa. Every single one of you, whether you're here now or later, I see you, I feel you, I honor you, I love you. Miyasakunaya ya wa wa. You are whole. You're exactly where you're meant to be. Miyasarudukurandaya sa iaya wa kuanai. Mashaku asatai iayanda kua wa. And for everyone who is here, whether it be now or later, um, lean into yourself, okay?
Absolutely.
Especially,
And the message for one can be the message for all. So please take what you
absolutely.
want, take what resonates with you and leave the rest. And even if some of the codes resonate with you, take those and leave the rest. But for one, I want to thank you. I want to thank Tina, and I want to thank each and every one of you for allowing me to join this space, sacred space, with all of you. And I'm so blessed to be here. So, okanahi sa tahiya taha u ate yaha. Blessed to all.
Thank you all so, so much. Thank you so much, Carmela, for being here with me. This was absolutely beautiful and my honor to sit with you.
It's
Thank you all
awesome.
so much. And hopefully, we will see you all again soon.
Ah, absolutely. I'm hoping here. So I did. I did. I really had a blast. So thank you, and I hope that every one of you that connected with us has a profound understanding and profound healing that will happen, and that's going to happen over the days and the days coming. So thank you so much. Thank you, Tina.
Thank you. Thank you all so much. We'll see you again soon. Bye. We love
Night.
you.
Bye, y'all.